Imagine getting a message you weren't ready for. A message that drags the past back into your life. Tonight, on American Nightmares, we follow Ryan Walker, a man who thought he had escaped his worst mistake, until she came back. 10 years ago, Ryan and his friends made a choice. One girl was left behind, forgotten, buried, or so they thought. But some mistakes never die. Some ghosts don't forgive. And when the rain starts falling and the city streets are empty, the echoes of the past come alive. Watch closely. Every shadow could be watching you. Every sound could be closer than you think. This is the story of She Came Back for Ryan Walker. Stay with me. You won't want to blink. Rain fell like glass shards across Chicago's empty streets, reflecting neon signs and fractured pools on the asphalt. Ryan Walker's pickup creaked and rattled as he navigated the side streets, every pothole and cracked pavement a reminder that some places refuse to heal. His phone buzzed constantly, but he ignored it. Messages from old friends, social media notifications, even an email from a former coworker. None mattered. Today, only one thing did. The letter, "She is back." No stamp, no signature. Just 3 words in faded ink that made his chest tighten like it was being squeezed by cold hands. Sarah Whitmore, the girl who had vanished 10 years ago. The one mistake he'd never survived. Traffic lights flickered out, one by one, as he passed abandoned storefronts. Neon from a diner spilled sickly pink light onto the wet pavement. Memories pressed in on him. Laughter, dares, the night that destroyed everything. He remembered the basement, the lock, her scream, the frantic pounding on the door, and then running faster than fear. The guilt had never left him, not for 1 second. The truck coughed and stalled. Rain hammered harder. He tried the key again. Click, click, silence. Then he heard it. Heels, slow, deliberate, echoing on wet asphalt. Not running, not panicked, but intentional, calculated. Ryan's pulse spiked. Nobody walked these streets at night anymore. A shadow appeared under a flickering streetlight. White dress plastered to mud-streaked skin. Long black hair hiding most of her face. Sarah Whitmore. Dead. 10 years dead. Ryan. Her voice was soft, almost fragile, yet it cut through the storm like a knife. You left me there. Ryan's knees went weak. I didn't mean to, he whispered, though he wasn't sure if he was speaking to her or to the past clawing back at him. The abandoned church loomed ahead, doors creaking open as if waiting for him. Candlelight flickered inside. He should have run. He wanted to run. But guilt weighs heavier than fear, and Sarah was already moving toward the church. He followed. Inside, dust hung in the air like choking fog. Pews were overturned, strange symbols scratched into the walls. Shadows clung to corners like living things. Every step echoed like a heartbeat, his heartbeat. The basement stairs groaned as he descended. At the bottom, candles burned in a perfect circle on the dirt floor. In the center stood a cracked mirror, glowing faintly as if alive. Ryan approached slowly. In the reflection, another shape appeared behind him. Hollow eyes, twisted smile. Sarah. The mirror exploded. Invisible hands grabbed him, dragging him across the floor. Screams, memories, and visions slammed into him. The scream from the basement. The locked door. The night they ran. He had told himself it was an accident. It wasn't. You can't escape what you did, her voice whispered, coming from everywhere at once. For days, the city felt wrong. His apartment became a cage. Phones rang with static. Lights flickered. He saw her everywhere, in reflections, in crowds, in empty alleyways. Old friends began dying, one by one. No signs of struggle, only frozen faces, terror etched in stone. The past had come alive, hunting him. Sleep became impossible. Food barely touched him. The city itself felt hostile, alive, watching. He tried to go to work. People noticed he looked hollow, distracted. Emails went unanswered. Calls ignored. Social media blew up. Rumors about disappearances, viral posts of supposed sightings. Ryan didn't care. He only knew that every night, the footsteps came closer. One evening, he followed her again. Through streets slick with rain, past abandoned warehouses, under flickering streetlights. She led him to the old high-rise building where the accident first happened. The rooftop they dared to climb, the railing that gave way. His friends had laughed. Sarah had screamed. He had frozen. Now, standing at the base of the building, he realized this was no longer just a memory. It was a trap, a reckoning. He climbed the stairs, each step echoing in the empty shaft. Rain streamed through broken windows, soaking him through. At the top, the wind howled. He saw her silhouette against the city skyline, wet hair, white dress glowing like ghostly silk. "You should have run," she whispered. Ryan tried to speak. Words failed. She raised a hand, pointing at the edge of the rooftop, and suddenly, the city seemed to tilt. His memories assaulted him again. Their laughter, their games, the basement, the scream. Every betrayal, every panic-filled step away from her, every moment he left her alone. He stumbled, reaching for balance. Her laughter filled the air, hollow, echoing, eternal. "You can't fix this. You can't fix me. You can't fix yourself." He collapsed, clinging to the ledge. Below, the streets were slick and empty. The rain blurred the lights into streaks of red and white, like rivers of blood. She stepped closer, her eyes meeting his. A weight settled over him, heavier than any storm. "Ryan," she whispered, "it's time." The ground beneath him felt like it was moving. He screamed. The city lights flickered. The wind tore at his clothes. And then, darkness. Hours, maybe days later, someone found his phone on the rooftop, messages half-typed, videos of empty streets, the storm, fleeting glimpses of a figure in white, no trace of Ryan. Rumors spread fast online. Some said he ran, haunted and broken. Others whispered darker tales. The girl they thought was dead had taken him, and now he wandered somewhere between life and death, a shadow in the city. On stormy nights, locals swear they see her in the streets, always white, always wet, always searching. And if you listen carefully, you can hear the faint echo of heels on asphalt, coming closer, closer to whoever is guilty enough to call her name. The city never sleeps. Neither does she. Ryan Walker's name became a cautionary tale. Phones buzzed with messages he never sent. His friends' accounts vanished. The basement, the rooftop, the church, all became urban legends. But those who live in Chicago's rain-soaked streets know the truth. Some mistakes never stay buried. Some ghosts never forgive. And some wait. Ryan Walker is gone. His truck still waits. His phone still buzzes. The city keeps its secrets. But some say if you walk Chicago's streets late at night, you might see her, the woman in white, walking beside a shadow, waiting, watching. And if you hear the faint click of heels on wet pavement, it's already too late. What happens to Ryan now? Was he taken? Did he escape? Or is he trapped somewhere between this world and the next, haunted forever by the girl he left behind? If you think you could survive her return, leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe for more terrifying true-to-life stories on American Nightmares. Turn on notifications, because some nightmares never wait.